Hey guys, I'm Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, Facebook Home came out Friday for
Yes.
a handful of phones.
And also the HTC First, and
Exactly.
this is the long-awaited Facebook phone.
This is, yeah, so rather than, the story so far is that rather than release a piece of hardware, although they are releasing a piece of hardware, their theory is that if you already have a phone that you like, or maybe you don't want necessarily to buy into a Facebook phone, you want to have that Facebook phone experience on a bunch of other Android phones, including the HTC One, One X,
Samsung Galaxy S3.
and 4 when it's out.
And the Galaxy S2, and the HTC First, which is the phone they're releasing in partnership with HTC.
But no iOS devices.
Nope.
No Nexus devices.
Nope. Although you can sideload.
Oh,
you
so
can download
you
an APK, and you can sideload as long as you have Ice Cream Sandwich.
Oh, okay, so as long as you're updated to a relatively recent version of iOS. Did you try that with the Nexus 7 or anything like that?
I haven't tried the Nexus 7. Nexus 4, people have reported problems just because of the resolution.
Okay.
But it's worked well. You have to uninstall Facebook Messenger and the normal Facebook app because they work in concert with Facebook Home.
Okay.
And then install all of those after you sideload the Facebook Home APK.
So you put this on our HTC One X and you've been using it this weekend.
Yes.
What's your experience?
It is not for me, but I try to put myself in the mind of a Facebook user, and it was very interesting going back into Facebook.
Did you drink yourself silly for like 4 or 5
Well, I
days?
get to get in touch with people I really have not seen for maybe a decade or really care about. But what this does is it replaces your home screen and your lock screen. It is an application launcher, just like you can download a bunch of other application launchers.
Just like ADW or Launcher Pro or any of that stuff.
It is, instead of using that, you have this on your phone, on your Android phone.
So it integrates tightly with the default Facebook app and the Messenger app, and it replaces the home screen and the lock screen and the app tray. Does it do anything else?
I wouldn't even say it integrates tightly. But there is integration. So the install process is very simple. You go to the Google Play Store, and if your phone is supported, you will see Facebook Home if you search it.
Just like a normal app.
It's free. You download it if you really want to. And then it'll ask you, when you click the Home button on your phone, whether you want to set that Facebook Home as a default launch application.
Just like when you install any other launcher.
Any launcher. Okay. So right now I have it set so Facebook Home is my standard launcher.
And this is your lock screen?
This is what happens when you turn on the phone. You see your Facebook icon on the bottom.
Okay.
And in the background, this is the Newsfeed. So if you're familiar with Facebook, or if you use Facebook or the Facebook app, the Newsfeed is just your friends' updates, and there's an algorithm in the background to kind of populate who Facebook thinks you want to see updates for.
They look at who you talk to and whose posts you like and a bunch of other information that we don't understand.
So if you're stalking someone and you're checking out all their photos, but their information probably pops up.
The upshot is that Gary is the most popular person on my Facebook page because he posts a lot, and I like the pictures of his kid.
And you like a lot of his posts. So that's what happens. And right now it's just kind of flowing through, and so some of these are relatives, friends, some of these are people I maybe don't even know.
So if you have a text message or a phone call or something like that come in, does that show up here as well?
It does. It just pops up, and you get notifications. So right now there is no notification bar on the top, and some people are worried about that because you kind of want to see the time on your phone. If you swipe down, your notification bar does pop down.
Is there a setting on Facebook Home to just put that on the screen?
Yes, there is, and I'll do that right now. If you go to the home settings,
that would be a deal breaker for me.
So you can just show enable status bar, and you can also disable that the home screen is what you see. The Facebook Home screen is what you see when you turn on your phone as your lock screen. You can also disable that.
So you have the default lock screen, because I know that some people are worried about trusting Facebook with security for their lock, for the lock on their phone.
Or they want easy access to their widgets.
Right.
If they want to turn on their phone and on their lock screen see the time and see stocks or mail and calendar, they might want to see that instead of their Facebook feed.
But it's weird that there's no option to put a clock, a big clock on that home screen.
You have absolutely no widgets. So
considering, most people use their phones for clocks these days.
Most people use Android use the home screen not just as shortcuts for applications, but as widgets.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to know what time it is, I bust open my phone and hit the button.
So I have the status bar on here, and you can still drag it down, and you can see your background updates. So this is the Newsfeed, and that's basically all Facebook Phone is. If you tap the phone, you have your icon, and you can hold it down, and you get 3 options. You get to go to your applications, because it does replace your application launcher.
This is their version of the app tray.
Yep.
So it's side to side,
side
not
to side, but if you scroll all the way to the left, you got all your apps listed.
Okay, and that's very much like the old school Android app tray. Okay.
And then you have your quick access to your photos and check-in. And this photo button actually doesn't launch your camera app. This will launch the take a photo to post on Facebook.
Oh, so it doesn't put it in Picasa or anything like that by default. Is there a way to save it so it saves in the normal gallery?
It goes to Facebook.
Wow.
Yep. If you hold down your icon again, on the left is your Messenger. So this launches actually the separate application, Facebook Messenger.
So they're trying to get you to use Facebook stuff instead of using text and SMS and all the normal stuff that you use to communicate.
Which has been their thing. They want Messenger to replace email. Because right now, there's no shortcut to email. I have to go to the application launcher and actually launch Gmail or the Mail app.
Wow.
Otherwise, they want to use Messages.
So when you go to the home screen, let's go in and see what the home screen looks like for Facebook Home.
Okay.
Because I want to know, like, can you pin applications to the bottom of the window and stuff like that?
Nothing gets pinned on this home screen.
Wow.
The only thing that it shows up is your little shortcut on the bottom.
Okay.
Which on the right, it's not actually Facebook, it's the last application you use, and I'll give you a demonstration of that.
Okay.
And the Newsfeed. And for example, a Newsfeed, stuff's happening right now. People add a photo. So this guy added a photo, and it kind of just pops up in the background. If I touch and hold down the phone, then
neat.
you see the whole photo, but you can't. There's no way to pinch and zoom in on a photo. You're just seeing it kind of cropped.
So it's a version 1 product, pretty clearly.
Like there's no way. If I wanted to zoom in on this photo this guy uploaded, I'm trying to pinch right now.
You're just going to keep scrolling.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Also, this photo was uploaded 16 minutes ago. Normally, if you're used to Facebook or Twitter, you're used to the drag down and refresh. Kind of want to refresh your feed. I would think that if you scroll all the way to the left,
so the left is the newest stuff.
Left is newest.
Okay.
You don't actually get a forced update.
It's weird that going left is the newer stuff and not going, because usually you read left to right to left.
Exactly. It flows in reverse chronological order.
Okay.
So the newest is on top, and right now, this post is actually posted 33 minutes ago.
So that's how long the phone's been on.
And it hasn't refreshed.
Okay.
And if I actually launch the real Facebook app,
then it'll have a lot newer stuff.
And it'll actually have the newest stuff. And this is, and they'll actually update.
Oof.
So, and if someone just posts a message, the image in the background is their cover image.
Oh, okay.
So this person, I think, posted a long message, and there it goes. Oh, and here's probably the most unique feature about Facebook Home.
Okay.
Chat heads, chat space heads. Joey just sent me a message on Facebook, so his icon popped up, and I can actually move this.
Oh,
and throw it away.
So just to be clear, this isn't Facebook Home, the lock screen. Now we're into the home screen part of Facebook Home.
Yeah.
And they're kind of essentially not a whole lot of difference.
There's no difference between the lock screen and the home screen. It's just one cover flow, or one newsfeed with the cover flow images and messages.
So is there a way to lock the phone and put in a code or anything inside Facebook Home, or is it just always unlocked?
It's always just unlocked.
Okay.
So I can click Joey's message, and this pops up my conversation with Joey, which is still within the home environment. But if I actually wanted to have a real conversation with him in Messenger, I would go to the Messenger app, and that will actually launch a separate application, and there it goes. And your message you just sent popped up here.
Weird.
What's interesting, though, is that if I launch something like, if I actually want to browse the web, which I presume that's something people want to do on their phones, use email or browse the web, I can launch a web browser, and the chat heads actually stay there. So it actually overlays on top of every single application.
Well, it just went away.
Oh, if you send me a message, for example, and it went to landscape because we have our HDMI plugged in.
Okay.
If you send me a message, our battery is getting low. Send a message. We're just over Wi-Fi, so this is actually how fast it would take, or how long it would take for that message to pop up. It should pop up here, whether you're running a game, email, or web browser.
That seems like it would take a lot of resources. So it seems like there's some kind of neat stuff here if you really are a heavy Facebook user. How much does it get in the way of like the other stuff you use your phone for? It gets
in the way of everything.
Really?
It basically, and there goes the phone vibrating, and there goes your chat head.
Oh, okay, so there's my head.
And so I can move this. I want to continue web browsing, so I'm just going to leave this here, or if I want to click here, I can respond immediately.
That's kind of neat. Messaging. I kind of like that.
That is, it just is only integrated with Facebook Messenger and nothing like Twitter or SMS.
Well, it seems a little slow too. Like
it is. I mean,
you're on a web page. Yeah. I mean, but also it slows down the phone is what I meant. Like it seems like it's a little chunky.
That could also be because we're piping out the HDMI.
That is true.
So again, it's popped up here, and if I want to launch something like Twitter, then I would have to actually
Twitter's
go
not
into the
allowed
app launcher
on the Facebook phone.
Launching Twitter, and if I go back to the home screen and go back to the home screen, then Twitter would be my last used.
Okay, so if you're looking at email or Twitter or whatever your other most popular uses are, then that's pretty good. Are there options to do things like save the photos? Also, you can't do that?
Nope. I'm touching an image. Like, for example, Leah just uploaded this image. I can like it. Of course I can like it.
Yeah. Can you
And
leave a
there
comment?
goes. I can leave a comment. I can see who else commented, but that's it. And I can't zoom in on this image or save this image otherwise.
So then, okay, so the installation's pretty easy. Is the removal the same as any other launcher?
It's very easy. You just go uninstall the launcher or reset. You can still have it installed but not use it as your launcher. It's free, so you
So if you have a supported phone, like the worst you're out is a half hour while you mess around with it and decide you don't want it.
Exactly. This is not very useful to me at all. Basically, I have no way to curate Facebook here. So for example, on your Facebook newsfeed, if you actually want to start using Facebook, you can say, this person's my friend, but I don't want to have their posts show up in my newsfeed. You can do that
This
on the
honors
website.
those settings too, though, right? Okay.
But you can't do it within the phone.
Well, you can't do that with the app and the phone either, at least on iOS.
You have to go on
iPad.
the website and then curate it that way.
So does this show, is this feed of stuff, is this the news feed or is this the top posts?
This is whatever when you click the news feed.
So whenever I go to facebook.com and I'm logged in, it's the same thing here as there.
That pops up there.
So at least that's pretty straightforward, assuming you go to the web page occasionally and get it going the way you want it to go. I mean, this doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Even people I know who use Facebook a lot, I think this still doesn't have all the functionality they would want. If you're it's not for heavy Facebook users, it's for heavy Facebook casual users.
So it's
people
for
who
heavy,
use Facebook a
light
lot,
users,
but they use it very casually.
It's for the people for whom Facebook is the internet.
That is,
but
exactly
they don't really use the internet very much.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. So yeah, try it out, I guess, is the takeaway.
It comes standard if you buy the HTC first, which is $100 on contract at AT&T.
Can you then put Launcher Pro or ADW or something like that on?
You can remove it from the HTC first.
And then the other stuff is just the same if you're using your normal Android phone. It doesn't take away Gmail or Twitter or any of the other stuff that you have installed. So that's it. That's Facebook Home. Norm seems kind of meh.
Yeah, I'm very meh.
And it's not just because of Facebook, just to be clear. It's because it's kind of, it seems like if they iterate this and they build on it, it might be something cool and useful, but you still have to be pretty into Facebook. For Test, I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
See you guys later.
Bye.